why I always do the bit of banter at the start just to make sure everything's working.
Yeah.
And then I do the old cut and
Okay.
welcome to another episode of the Standard Drink Podcast with your hosts, Bo and Brendan.
Hello, everyone.
Yep. So I think we should just get straight into the drink. So I think this week we're going to give, the search for the worst a bit of a break because I realised, we would be going at it.
He's been poisoning me with beer.
Yeah, and we'd be going at it way too hard, and then it'd be then each week I'd have to really start thinking.
Yeah. It's something you do every second one, not every single one.
Yeah, so probably every couple episodes I'll be like, oh, here, guess what? Search for the worst.
Yeah.
So I feel like, depending on how you look on it, is it an upgrade or a downgrade?
Yeah.
The reason why
It's not beer.
It's not beer, but we are basically going to be basic white girls at this point.
Basic middle-class white women.
And if you haven't gathered what we're drinking, we're doing White Claws. So there's four different kinds, and you got two of each.
Yeah, I was having a look. Unfortunately, no pineapple, which makes me sad.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think White Claw does a pineapple one.
Yeah, that's disappointing.
But I'm pretty sure there are other...
I saw the yellow tab and I was like, ooh, and then I looked at it, it was fucking mango. Well,
I've got a black cherry, so I'm going to crack open first to give it a try. I don't think I've ever had a seltzer, so...
I've had White Claw once and it wasn't that great.
Not that great.
No.
But, we're a bit different compared to the target audience for these.
Yeah, we're way different.
Yeah. So let's just crack it open and let's give it a taste. Well, for me, a taste. Oof, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, it smells potent, but
I think it's just the flavouring.
Yeah, trust me, you drink it like a water. See, no real taste to it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, because...
I told you.
Yeah. No, because I remember... because it was about 2 years back or something like that, where seltzers started to really become a thing. Even though they've been around for so long, but I honestly thought they were a new thing because I've never heard of them before. And the way everyone was describing it is alcoholic sparkling, or a sparkling alcoholic drink.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, so how are they making it? I thought there was a process of how they made it and turned it into an alcoholic sparkling water. And then looking into it, I was like, oh wait, no, it's just literally alcohol, sparkling water, and maybe flavoring depending on.
That's pretty much it.
So so
it's here, let's put some vodka, some orange juice or something, and sparkling water into a soda stream.
Well, yeah, vodka lime sodas. That's all it is.
Yeah, or it's just put it into a soda stream, done.
That's basically what it is. So,
and yeah, you tasted it. There's barely any taste to it.
I felt like I was drinking more carbonated water.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's all. And then it's then there's the hit of the
Yeah, but the aftertaste ain't that great.
Yeah, but I've got a bad feeling about these already because I can't taste the alcohol.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm gonna start punching these away, and I'm like, oh, I don't feel anything, and then it's gonna be just cockeyed drunk.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
All right.
Well, let's fucking get into it because there's actually something I want to talk about as well.
Do you want me to continue beating the dead horse, or do you want to start on something new?
I want to beat a different dead horse for something. It's something that we brought up last week.
Okay, so we're going to beat your dead horse, and then we're going to beat my dead horse.
Onlyfans has taken a massive walk back. On
I saw that. So they're taking it. They've prolonged the banning at the moment. They pushed it back.
Yeah, they've pushed it back about a month or so. As well, they're still sticking to not allowed to show penetration or things like that. Everyone. And they were knuckling down on no videos that show nudity. You still allow pictures with nudity, but not video. Okay. But they're still obviously copping a bit of flack, but they're getting so much backlash that they've actually started stepping back a bit.
Yeah. So there's probably going to be something. It's going to be an incremental change over time with the terms.
Yeah, I think they pretty much dug themselves a hole and they just went, oh shit.
Which is probably a smart decision to do if you want to start aiming towards becoming more family orientated and that. But yeah, I remember seeing that, and I thought that's probably because like all the backlash, because a lot of people on OnlyFans, well, the people on OnlyFans started to cry, well,
Yeah, the
bitch about
people
like
that-
I'll
the-
be losing like some income and all that kind of
The
stuff.
people that are crying are the people that are making 50K a month.
Oh yeah, well there's some people who are
Making millions a month.
Yep.
And it's like, I get $1 million. That's good. I'm good for the next 20 years.
Pretty much, or for any people. But then you got to look at like income tax and all that, and like other sort of capital gains tax and all that kind of stuff. So money that you make then obviously is like, oh, it's not like 100% yours, no, because you got to throw some money in because
it's okay. Here's all the tax to everything and all that. And it's like, yeah, I'm still gonna be good for 20 years.
Yeah. See, that's why like when we get to the point to where we can get monetized, and later on down the track, obviously with Patreon, the first thing we'll be doing is finding an account and just doing it all through that.
I will say I noticed even with the clickbait, we didn't get the views.
Oh yeah. Oh well, who cares? Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't.
Yeah, right now our best one's still the Friendly Geordies.
For episode 3. Yeah.
No, I thought it was episode 5.
4 maybe. Either way.
Yeah,
So
either
it was
way.
one of our earlier videos where we broke 100.
It was during last lockdown.
Yeah, so we broke 100 views on it, which is like compared to how every other video is done, it's like between 5 to 15.
Yeah, and then algorithm probably screwed us again.
Yeah, but I mean, who cares? Like eventually we'll get there.
Yeah,
But back onto the yeah. So they've taken a step back on the what they're banning at the moment, and the prolonged and moved back the date.
Yeah, they've just taken a lot more lax of an approach with it after all the massive backlash.
Yeah. So obviously they're talking with a lot of their like all the board members and
Yeah, pretty much
trying to figure out how to get this going, basically get the ball rolling.
Yeah, they're still going to be aiming for friendly, but I think they're going to not do a massive hard line. I think they're going to change a few things.
Oh, I mean, like I say, if they really just want to save themselves, just
cut once, and be over it.
Not even that. Like they could do that, or just literally make another platform.
Yeah,
that's it. But
make a sub platform or something.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, okay, we've got this platform that everyone that does spicy content can go to. We'll leave this one family friendly.
Well, because technically YouTube has a YouTube Kids, but it's like, but unfortunately they've I've looked at it once, and it's like, I mean, when it means kids, it literally means kids. Like, it's like, oh, that's pretty bad. And everyone bitches about like having all like these. Our family, like our age, age restrictions and all that on our ones because on videos and that on the normal YouTube. And then, there's a kids one, but the problem with the kid ones, it's literally for kids. It's like, ABC Kids. It's like that kind of content on there.
Yeah, it's for young kids.
But
it's not for like between like
the tweens and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Even though it technically should be because I'm pretty sure you can't make a YouTube channel or be on YouTube until you're over the age of 13 or something like that.
I think it might be 15.
15. But yeah, so, and that's at the point where it's sort of like, if you sign on that, then you should be, have no issues about what content you see.
Like 15, I think it's 15 on your own, but before that, you have to have your parents' permission.
Which no one has.
No, there's quite a few that do.
Oh, well, with the actual content creators.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, technically, the parents opened the channel with their permission.
Yeah.
But you know whose channel it actually is. Because...
It's actually the parents' channel, just the kids the star.
Yeah, well, because
the kid that does all the openings and stuff.
Oh, the toy reviews and that. Yeah. Well, because if it was up to... Because I'm pretty sure he may have started that YouTube channel himself. And then and when the parents probably realized, oh, shit, he's actually making a lot of money from this. Oh, wait. Oh, well, technically he can't own the channel yet. So we'll take over managing it until he's old enough.
Yeah, and thanks to him, they're making fucking millions.
Yeah, well, apparently, I remember it was like many years ago, it was like, he owns like, $22 million a year. That's not just for YouTube. That's obviously because a lot of these toy companies are sponsoring him to open up their toys.
Yeah.
And review.
Yeah, because he gets so many views, so it's like massive publicity.
Yeah, well, when you're making like, when you get like 100 million views or something like that on per video.
Yeah.
and it's very family friendly. So you get like full monetization, then you get the sponsor. Yeah, he's making a shit ton.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, and then but then how long can you sustain doing something like that over a period of time? You don't.
So far it's been a few years and he's still going strong.
Yeah, but what I mean is when he gets to the age of
when growing up, it's like his channel's gonna start dying when he starts growing up.
Well, no, because he will still have the base there. He'll still get the views and all that kind of stuff. But it's gonna be like, hang on. Is he going to do this to when he's 25, 30, 35, 40? That's what I mean.
And that's
he'll
when
get the clicks.
He'll get the clicks, but it won't be as appealing.
Yeah, yeah.
Right now, the appeal is a little kid opening toys.
I would say the appeal is more about the toys than anything. It's more, that's what it is.
Yeah. Well, it's one to watch.
Yeah, but I mean, that's just like with any community, really, especially with the OnlyFans at the moment, because, it's whether, they continue on with the actual slow banning of all sexually explicit content, or do they just backtrack and just go, oh fuck it, it's the Wild West again, do what you want on it. And I mean,
we'll see what happens. We'll wait until the new deadline comes back and comes around and see where they push it to then.
Yeah, which we'll see how we go with it and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, moving on.
So we beating
you're beating the classic dead horse. Let's go.
Like, I think our analogy was, we beat not the dead horse, but the carcass of the dead horse at this point.
Mate, right now we're down to its bones and you're still crushing in.
Mate,
you're crushing the skull with a rock.
Yeah, man.
It's already been picked clean.
Yeah, I'm going bloody like Homo erectus, like, just at this point. Like, I'm going to beat it until it's dust at this point. Obviously, and if you haven't gathered what we're talking about, Sydney. Again, I'm going to have to do it from a tweet. Congratulations, you beat another fucking record multiple different times.
Well,
not only did you beat your not only did you beat your previous record of 825, but you beat the all-time record of 1,000 cases plus a day, and then today was like 1,218 new cases.
Yeah, every day you keep on beating the previous record that you set the previous day.
And what makes it even more better, people in New South Wales who are fully vaccinated, you get a little bit more freedoms now, because apparently you can go out and exercise for a little bit longer. You can go meet up with friends of no more than 5, groups, and you can do such and such. Or fully vaccinated people, which are only in Sydney, I think or New South Wales, I'll say, is about 34% of the population.
And may I add something to when it comes to the information from the vaccinations? Just because you're fully vaccinated does not mean that you cannot catch it. It does not mean that you cannot pass it on. All it means is that your symptoms are lessened and you can no longer die from it.
I was about to say, like, literally, the vaccine, all it does is it just doesn't make you die.
Yeah, you were about to cut in before I'd finished because you're a dick.
Yeah. But what else was there? So there's that with the flu. Oh, and also today, again, another one for Sydney. People who have been waiting, months, a couple of months for these, weddings and all that kind of stuff. Well, guess what? People can now get married with people of attendance of no more than 5.
Keep in mind the original thing was as well legally to get married, you must have 2 people with you to sign as witnesses.
Yeah. So
those 2, you get 3 extra people.
Well, then you also count the the bloody celibate or whoever the person, like the priest dude.
That's a celibate.
Yeah, the celibate.
You're right the first time.
Okay, yeah. I wasn't because celibate is someone who doesn't have sex.
Celibate is the person that can legally perform a marriage,
because it's a double meaning, because obviously it's the one who performs the marriage, and the celibate
is also someone
who's sworn off sex. So you got the celibate, you got the 2 people who are getting married, and then you got the 2 witnesses. That's 5. But then they saying up to 5. So is that 2 extra random guests?
Yeah, that's a thing. You know what they're like. You never know with the bloody wording.
Oh, especially with New South Wales, because they're really happy. They're turning around and going, we've broken 6 million, vaccinations and all that kind of stuff. We're vaccinating hundreds of thousands of people a day.
Haven't they taken vaccines from the country and brought them all into?
Yep. So they were
thanks to Balearis.
Well, it's about,
No, I know he did it.
yeah. Gladys did it, and even I would say even Scott Morrison had a hand in it as well. Yeah, so they were just directing, vaccines that were going out to,
Rural New South Wales.
rural New South Wales, and I would even say, into more vulnerable communities of like Aboriginal communities that need it more because they're more vulnerable to diseases and that kind of stuff. It's just how.
Yeah, they've been taking vaccines from all those lovely communities that really, really need it and bringing them back into the city.
Yeah, and the thing as well is when you look at the case numbers, they always turn around and say, like, let's say today was 1,218, right? And they say, well, the majority of them have come from southwest Sydney, which have the major hotspots all the time, but you're not hearing where else is getting infected.
Yeah.
So what they're basically doing is they're taking the vaccines coming in from the west, bypassing the southwestern suburbs and going straight to like the North Shore, Northern Beaches, eastern suburbs.
Yeah.
And giving them to those people. And then now they...
So in other words, going to the people that have money.
So as it's a term, pork barreling.
Yeah.
So they're giving it to their electorates that they know that are, strong liberal voting. So these suburbs are now going to vote for liberals all the time.
They're giving them to the people that back them, and anyone that doesn't, it's like, you're gonna have to wait.
Because pork barreling is always a thing, especially with the liberals. There's probably cases of it in the Labor Party as well. So you basically, you're just favouring, suburbs that are, more aligned to your political party. And I think with the Liberals, I think they just wear their heart on their sleeves and they just do it out in the open. Yeah. And it's just like, I think I'm assuming Labor would do it because every politician would do it. Wouldn't surprise me. But I mean, at least I would say with Labor, they're a little bit more secretive about it if they were to do it.
They wouldn't be we're just
outright, because
we're just taking vaccine from vulnerable communities and giving them to people that will back us and give us money.
Well, that's the thing, because like I think they're doing about like 100,000 vax a day, or maybe around that. And
all I can say is they're a bunch of pieces of shit.
Yeah. Victoria's only doing about 35 to 40,000. So I mean, it's just like...
Yeah, I'm going to be talking to my doctor next week and saying, look, should I do this or should I wait or what? Yeah. Always get your doctor's advice. With me, I could have a very bad reaction to it, so...
Yeah. Because the day work that I've been doing, I've been working with community health organization, just like assisting them and all that kind of stuff. And, and with that, I'm eligible to get the vaccine early, even though I'm pretty sure like in a couple of days, everyone can get the vaccine anyway.
Yeah.
But that means, if it wasn't to be, next week or something, I would still be eligible to go get it. And I'm going to, get the Pfizer and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to get the jab and all that.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You might go to some place and they might not have the Pfizer, might have the fucking other one. Is that where you just turn around and go, nope? Oh, yeah. No, I'll turn around. Well, that's the thing. I would say no. I feel more comfortable with Pfizer. And the thing is, though, because, like, for me, they're going to be like, oh, well, I can understand that kind of stuff. They're not going to be like, well, you really need it. And it's no, I wouldn't bother buying.
Yeah. No, but I'd still be like, no, I'd rather Pfizer.
Yeah.
And I think because a lot of people want Pfizer. So, and then, Moderna's coming eventually.
God knows. But would that one be better than
that one's provisionally approved by the TGA. And apparently that might be only one shot.
Ooh. I might hold out.
But again, you have to wait for the approval. So you get the Pfizer, which then, you get the 2 jabs.
Yeah, which is like what
you need to wait like 8 weeks in between.
Yeah, 8 weeks between, yeah.
And then there's talks obviously about getting the booster shot.
Yeah, a third shot. No, isn't it a shot like every fucking year?
Well, because it's going to become like the flu. I'll get you COVID.
No, I don't get my flu shot every year.
No, but the thing will be, it's like, it's COVID season, or just, if you want, get your vaccine. It'll be like that.
Our flu season's now going to be called COVID season.
Probably they'll be like, hey, your flu/COVID season. Hey, here's your jab and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. That's what it'll be. But I think just now, because we want to get vaccinated now, so we can have these freedoms. And then over the years,
because they're holding the freedoms from us in order to pull out the vax.
Which I mean, I can understand, because look at how I understand, that we're sacrificing a lot of our own liberties just because of a virus that, we don't fully understand yet.
no, I'm going to get into a lot of trouble by YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's true. Like, we don't fully understand
No,
it.
I've got I would say a few things that would get me into a lot of trouble with YouTube.
Like what?
We're doing a whole massive lockdown for something that only has like a 0.1% death rate.
Yeah.
What we should have done is anyone that's vulnerable or high risk, yes, keep them isolated, let everyone else get back to normal.
Yeah, but
that way we wouldn't have had to shut down society.
Yeah, but I blame the federal government for that.
Oh yeah, I can
Yeah.
but at the same time, it's like they're keeping on doing it, and it's like, no, we should be doing this. Full stop. Anyone that's healthy and has very, very, very low risk, go out, do what you need to do, work, open everything, and all that. Only those at high risk should be a bit more careful.
But I think because we didn't know we didn't know what we were going up against. Because the thing is
true, but now we do, and they're still doing the same old shit.
Because there's no other there's no way to contain it at the moment.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like like I said, it's like all the high risks, isolate, be away from public. Everyone else that's low risk, go.
Yeah, but how do you define? Obviously, elderly are the high risk, and all that. Who else is high risk though?
Anyone with any immune deficiencies.
Yeah. But then you're going to tell those people to do the same thing as well, and they're like, "Oh, if they're 30 years old, they're going to be like, well, why the fuck do I have to do it?"
I've got immune deficiency, and you know what I'm like. I'm very happy to stay home.
Yeah, but a lot of people,
I'm very happy to do the right thing. The problem is, there's other people who are just fucking stupid.
Of course,
but then again, I don't like people very much.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, I always because I look at it in the way these people are reacting to it. Like, I understand it is the fucking worst. Doing lockdowns are the worst. But at least,
I'm quite enjoying it for a change.
Yeah, for once, because we're not working. But I mean, it's just that like it could have been the Spanish flu. You know, it could have been the Spanish flu, which killed 50 million people.
Mm.
But luckily, we got extremely lucky with this.
True. It's just governments are getting excessive, in my opinion. They're getting like. You do a hard 2-week lockdown, and then go back.
But what if like, you know, cases that keep going up though? That's what I mean. Like
from what we've seen is that the police haven't been doing fucking squat.
Yeah.
They need to pull their fucking heads out, start fucking fining like they should have been at the start, and get people to do the right fucking thing from the start. That way we wouldn't have had all this bullshit to begin with.
People are naturally defiant. That's the problem.
So start fucking fining. Once they've realised they've got a $2,600 fine coming their way, they'll start wising the fuck up.
The thing is, though, they'll contest that in court.
And it's like, okay, go for it.
Yeah, but the thing is, courts aren't running, and they're not running, and there's a massive backlog to it as well. So you can contest it and not pay a fine for a couple of years, and then you get found, oh, no, you got to pay it. Oh, well, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, and every time you're out, here's another one, here's another one, here's another one, here's another one. And next thing you know, they hit and have to fork out over 100K, and I'd be very happy of watching them do that.
Now,
I'm an evil son of a bitch. You know this.
But I mean, it's just like, you know, at this point, like, this is the best option we have until we're vaccinated, unfortunately. Yeah. You know, because people are still going to be, you know, dickheads protesting, you know, these lockdowns and border closures.
Here's the thing, like, I don't agree with the protests, but I can understand them.
I can understand them, but I
don't agree with them, but I understand.
Yeah.
It. Like, I there's a lot I don't agree with.
Yeah.
That's going on. Doesn't mean I won't do it. I won't go out there and put everyone at risk for my views.
Yeah. Well, I mean...
Because simple fact is that's me putting other people at risk. I don't want that being on my conscience.
See, something tells me these lockdowns wouldn't have been as bad if they actually went along... If they did the JobKeeper right.
Oh, they fucked the JobKeeper. They were paying $1,500 a week.
Fortnight. Was it a week?
I believe so.
I think it was a fortnight. No, because the idea behind JobKeeper was the way that it was set up was...
I'm on disability and I don't even get that.
Yeah. Well, because it was meant to. I think it was 1,500 a fort. No, it's 1,500 a fortnight. Because
May I check?
Sorry.
May I check?
Yeah, you can check. But well, what happened was that JobKeeper was given to employers that applied for JobKeeper. They got the funds, and then they distributed the funds to the employees. But what was happening with a few businesses was that they applied for the JobKeeper and were going to get it, and then they started laying off people and making them sign like paperwork saying we forfeit our right to the JobKeeper. And therefore, the businesses kept like hundreds of millions of dollars. These big ones I'm talking about kept like hundreds of millions. Of dollars.
Yeah, you're right. 1,500 a fortnight.
Yeah,
so $750 a week.
Yeah,
sorry about that.
That's all good. So, and now the robo debts are kicked in from Centrelink.
Yep.
And they're chasing after the people, not the businesses, for the JobKeeper.
Yeah, they should. Yeah, that's the one thing that's pissing me off. It's like, oh, yeah, okay, you're going to chase after the people when it's the businesses that weren't passing that money on to their employees.
Yep. So now there's this like multi-billion-dollar a hole in the fucking budget now, and to fill it back up, we're going after the fucking people that desperately need the money more than anyone.
See, I was actually pretty lucky. Like there's a few remember the robo debt that's still going through the courts and all that, right?
Yeah.
I actually got really lucky because I got audited.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, you owe this much money, and it was like 900 to 1,200.
Yep.
I ended up paying all back, and then I got a message from Centrelink like about 8-9 months later, going, "Yeah, we fucked up. Here's
the money back.
You only owed us 3. Here's the rest
okay,
back."
Yeah. Oh, I mean, at least but that was a court order though, which is a government.
Was that what? So they've already. That was a court order that the courts actually. That they had to refund a bit. Well,
the High Court would have had something to say about it.
No, because here's the thing. I never got notified about any court things or anything. It's just like, yeah, we fucked up.
Unless they did, but then unless the ATO did their own, because, it's the ATO.
Yeah, the ATO probably went, hey, guess what? You guys fucked up.
Yeah. So with the robo-debt, and what they should have done with the old JobKeeper was what they did back in 2008 when how Kevin Rudd handled it, because that was during the GFC.
Yeah.
And that's where he turned around and just went, all right, everyone who's, I think, over the age of 16, I think it was, bam, here's $1,000. Go spend it. One time, $1,000, boom, kept us first in the world for our economy because we didn't suffer from the GFC as bad.
How long ago was that?
2008.
I think that's when I got my PS4.
That's probably
my first PS4 anyway.
That's what I mean. So if you think about what you bought back in 2008,
I honestly forget. Yeah, it was a long fucking time
so
ago. It wouldn't be PS4. That's
3. Or it would be just the first gen.
I'm trying to think. 2008. How old was I in 2008? I was 21. Where was I when I was 21? Fuck, that was it was 13 years ago. There's the thing. I honestly don't remember where I was. Oh, nah, I think I might remember where I was. I think I used that money to get the fuck out of Dodge.
Okay.
I disappeared for a bit.
So the way that JobKeeper should have been dealt with is basically like any UBI, Universal Basic Income. Here's $1,500 a fortnight. That's it. Straight to the person. That's it. And don't worry about having to ever repay it because it is just off the table.
Instead of letting it go to the companies and then having them pay their employees.
And then, and now it's all like, now we want the money back. Now we have to start robo-debting people.
And it's like, yeah, you're going to robo-debt people that didn't even fucking get anything.
Yeah. Or they did, but then, now they've spent it because they had to keep themselves alive. Yeah. They're like, okay, now you owe us, this much money back in backlog. And I'm like, no, it should have been no questions asked, on the table, bam. $1,500 a fortnight until the end of for 6 months.
Yeah.
Then we'll revise it every 3 months after that, depending on how COVID is going.
Yeah, and here's the thing: it's like, here we go. We're choosing to lock down. Oh, you guys are out of work. Here's $1,500. Oh, okay. Guess what?
We need it back.
We need all that money back that we gave you, so our economy could survive and so you could survive.
Yep.
It's like, poor year.
See,
we're going to need a crowbar to remove someone's head from their ass.
Yeah. See, I even agree to the point of even after lockdown, just a universal basic income or UBI of like maybe $800 a week, no questions, maybe $800 a fortnight or something, just something.
Yeah,
Maybe
like,
$500 $500 a week.
Yeah, $500 a week. If they've got kids, obviously throw them an extra $200 a week more, and that's about it.
And that's it. Like no questions asked. It's just that everybody from maybe let's say over the age of 18. Or maybe 16. I'll even go as far as young as 16.
Nah, because 16, they've got New Start.
Yeah, okay. So
New Start allowance, it's like, yeah.
But so as soon as you turn 18, you
The only time you should get more if you're under 18 is when you can legally prove that you're not living at home.
Yeah.
And that you're, that you're not living at home and you have to pay rent and everything like that. And you were working full time in order to.
Yeah.
If not, and it's like, no, you've got New Start.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But like, that's the thing. Like,
granted, New Start's pretty bad actually, especially even if you're living out of home, it's real bad.
Yeah. Well, because it's only meant to be. That's the whole that's the whole idea of UBIs. They're not meant to be something to live on. This is just to give you a foot in the door. It's $500 that you may use to spend on for rent, maybe some groceries or utility bills and all that kind of stuff. And then the money that you make from work is what you have.
Like I'm actually dreading our next electricity bill.
You think so? Oh yeah,
especially with how much you were using the heater.
I'll chip in more of it. Don't worry.
Because how little have I been using that one?
That's true. Yeah, but you got a blanket.
Because I was smart. Because I remember the last winter when we had a electricity bill of $800.
Yeah, but that was going virtually 24 hours though.
Yeah, that thing uses more than that.
Well, yeah, but don't worry. If it's a huge amount, I'll chip in more. Don't worry.
I'm dreading
again,
it.
Enough with Sydney.
Sorry, we get sidetracked, and I have to give him shit at some point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm already on to my second drink.
Yeah, I'm about halfway. No, about 2/3.
Yeah.
That's because no food and alcohol, bad combination.
Yep, I know.
God help us.
Yep.
Don't burp into the mic.
I can do what I want.
That means I can shove my foot in your ass.
No. I think we have to also talk about No Way Home. I mean, that trailer, man.
Oh, yeah. That was fucking epic.
That was a good trailer.
I know they haven't shown it, but please, God, please let William Dafoe come back as Green Goblin for this.
I reckon they will.
I know I saw a goblin grenade. Please let William Dafoe come back. That man chews the scenery almost as good as Nick Cage.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a really good trailer because it's starting to really get into the whole idea of because the parallel universes and then the whole people are speculating, Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man's going to come back.
Yeah, because they've already been seen on set.
Yeah, I mean that was like a year or so ago when they've
been the original Doc Ock's back,
reprising his role.
So we know the Green Goblin's going to be in it.
And we already know that Jamie Foxx's Electro is.
So Jamie Foxx is back in it as Electro.
And then obviously there was with some of the Easter eggs, people that were talking about were really starting to freaking get on my fucking nerves. Because they were like, there's obviously a few in the background that were very subtle. Obviously, was like Electro's one, Sandman's one, Mysterio's one. They were very subtle, but then people were like, "Oh, look at the Easter egg of Dr. Ock." I'm like, "It's not a
fucking Easter egg when he comes up and says hello, Peter."
It's right in your fucking face. An Easter egg is something in the background. It's not, comes to your house and shits on your face.
Yes,
because that's fucking. I would notice if someone came into my house and shat on me.
Yeah, Doc Ock's coming to you and giving you a dirty Sanchez. It's not a fucking Easter egg.
And that's also what I was telling people as well. That's why, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield will be coming back, because not only do you have Jamie Foxx reprising his role as Electro, but you also have Dr. Ock, the guy who played Dr. Ock in Tobey Maguire's role, coming back to reprise his role.
Yeah.
I mean,
question is also, here's one thing that I'd love to know.
Yeah.
Who do you think Doc Ock was talking? Which Peter do you reckon Doc Ock was talking to?
See, I think what's happening with this, with so far is they're all combined as one. So I reckon what it is Dr. Ock is seeing Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's seeing his one when all three of them are combined into one.
Yeah, so I think, and then eventually they're probably going to split into 3, separate Spider-Mans,
Yeah.
and then it's going to be, because I think it's going to be 3 Spider-Mans versus Sinister Six.
I say bring on Gwen Spider.
Not gonna. Oh, that would be good, but
Like
I'm not gonna.
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2 is coming
I
as
know,
well.
yeah.
And I'm very excited about that.
That was an amazing bloody movie.
Fucking
That was
brilliant.
won't happen though, because who else? Like, I'm pretty sure
well, the only person to play
MJ from bloody
Tobey Maguire's was
she's
Kirsten
reprising.
Dunst
I'm pretty sure she's come back to reprise her role in this.
as MJ.
Yeah.
You had Emma Stone as
The
no
police commissioner's daughter.
no Gwen Stacy
Gwen Stacy, yeah.
in the Andrew Garfield one.
Yeah.
And then you've got whatever the bird's name
Zendaya.
is. Zendaya into Thingo's one as MJ.
Yeah.
Is it MJ or Gwen Stacy?
It's
been a long time.
Yeah, but I mean, so I think that you have Gwen Stacy and MJ. The two, Emma Stone and whoever played.
Yeah, go figure that it's actually Gwen Stacy that became a Spider Girl and not in the parallel universe, not MJ.
I think no, because I'm pretty sure MJ was always depicted as the homely sort of girl, basically.
Yeah, the homegrown.
The homegrown. So she was never depicted as a superhero. She may have some.
No, I think there might be some spin-off, but it's normally the canon one is Spider Gwen. That's the one that everyone really knows.
Yeah,
and then obviously Miles Morales is like the one that takes over after Peter Parker.
Yeah,
he's the one that gets the torch passed to him.
The passing of the torch, because I think because I'm pretty sure the loan of Spider-Man's coming to an end. Sony's going to get the right back because they're doing their own cinematic universe with in the Spider-Man universe.
Yeah, with Venom and Carnage.
Oh yeah, let
there be Carnage. I know. Yeah. I'm a bit 50-50 about it. Like, here's the thing with Carnage: if you fuck him up, you're gonna fuck him up real bad, no matter what you do.
Yeah, I mean,
because he is a psychotic. Like, here's the thing: it's an R-rated film.
Yeah.
As soon as you put Carnage in it, it's R-rated. End of story.
See, I like Woody Harrelson as an actor.
Yes,
I don't reckon this is the right role for him.
Who do you reckon would have been a good Carnage?
I don't know. Because we're talking about we're not talking about Carnage himself. We're talking about the person.
We're talking about the sociopath that Carnage inhabits.
And I honestly can't think of anyone at the moment, because Carnage is a symbiote as well, and didn't he come from because I think in the trailer that I've seen.
Oh, I just had a good idea.
Yeah.
For who could have played Carnage?
Who? Willem Dafoe. No.
Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin is, in my opinion, is sort of one of the that's a role that you can't see anyone else in.
Yeah.
William Dafoe nailed it too well. But for Carnage, one person that we know can act multiple different personalities and everything all in one.
Jared Leto.
No. Better.
I mean, anyone's better than Jared Leto.
Split.
Who? Oh, that guy. Yeah. What's he? McAvoy or whatever.
Yeah.
James McAvoy.
James McAvoy.
Yeah.
That would be fucking...
I actually read an interesting fact.
Would you meet, though? He'd be a good one.
Well, he did well in Split.
He did fucking brilliant in Split. You know how hard that would be to pull off?
Yeah. He is a good actor. And I actually read a fun fact about him before, actually. He was actually, because he's a big gamer himself, I assume, because from this article. Apparently he got so addicted to Oblivion that he had to burn the disc.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I don't know how true that is, but
no, I'm fairly damn certain. I mean, let's face it.
It's Oblivion. It was fucking addictive.
Yeah. But yeah, he played it so much and everything. He still has his copy to this day, but he had to actually burn the disc in order to keep on playing it because he wore out the other one.
Yeah, which I mean, I don't blame him.
It's like Henry Cavill.
Yeah. Oh well, I mean, the fact that he only knew he played the bloody Witcher to completion 2 times over.
Yeah.
And then got the role to play, Geralt.
Yeah,
in the Netflix series. And he's like, oh, well, I mean, I better read the books because that's what clearly the ones they're going to base it off, not the bloody games.
Yeah, he's turned around and honestly said, yeah, I've got like 500 hours in The Witcher 3.
Yeah. I've seen so many videos of him, just like, literally being like king of the nerd stuff.
I reckon the best one is like, oh, everyone's like, oh, look at my new baby, Henry Cavill with his graphics card.
Yeah. One of my favorite ones was...
Get someone to look at you the way Henry Cavill looks at his graphics card.
I don't think he even got a GTX 3060.
No, he got I think it was an RTX like 2900.
Yeah,
when he built that, when that came, like that was like what, a year or so now.
Yeah, a year or so ago.
And yeah, it was like an RTX 2900 with his gaming PC.
Yeah,
the one that he built that just went fucking viral.
Well, because that was the first one he ever built on his own.
Yeah.
But I remember there was just like...
I still remember us two building mine.
Yeah. I still remember like he was like, doing, an interview about one of the movies that he was starring in at one point. And, the interviewer was like, all right, you and your co-star, we're going to play a little game. You're going to have to guess movies, but the hints are all in emojis, right? So they pull up the first card and it's something, whatever the emojis were. And everyone's just looking at it going, oh, I think it's this and this. And Henry Cavill's just like this. Casino Royale. Yep, that's correct. Oh, he knows his shit, man. Like, he got, like, there was just a guessing game where, like, it's just, like, very vague sort of, like, statements, and you just had to guess the movie, and he got, like, all of them correct.
Yeah, he's a massive geek.
Yeah. Well, the fact that he almost didn't get the role of Man of Steel because he was too busy playing WoW.
Yeah. It's not that he was too busy playing WoW. He was in the middle of a raid.
Yeah, he was in the middle of a raid, and the phone call came in about, hey, you got the role, and he missed it.
Yeah, oh, yeah, and then he finished the raid and called him back.
Yeah, and then because I'm pretty sure if he didn't call back, I think I know who the next man to get the job was. Because apparently there was photos of Nick Cage.
Yeah, I saw that. That would be funny as shit. Here's the thing though. Those photos weren't from Man of Steel. That was for a previous planned Superman movie.
Yeah.
Like that one was like 10, 15 years ago.
No, that was the same.
It was Nick Cage with long hair.
Yeah, same. Yeah, but it's Nick Cage.
It was a young Nick Cage in those photos.
It wouldn't surprise me. It's Nick Cage. Like he's I like him.
Nick Cage is someone that not appropriate for a superhero movie. If you want someone that chews the fucking scenery, get Nick Cage. If you like, here's the thing. Something we need to watch as well.
Yep. We
can hire it on Amazon Prime.
Yep.
Sorry, I need to see the name because it's
not Ghost Rider.
No.
I can't believe they made 2 movies of that one. Like, one was bad enough. They made a sequel to it.
Ghost Rider, and there's Ghost Rider 2 as well.
Yeah.
Here we go. Willy's Wonderland. It's got a very similar to setup as Five Nights at Freddy's.
I think I've heard it. Apparently that's really good.
It's, well, right now, Rotten Tomatoes, 61%.
As a critics?
44%. And IMDb 5.5 out of 10.
Apparently that's really good, apparently.
I'll give a quick synopsis on it.
Yep.
When his car breaks down, a quiet loner agrees to clean an abandoned family fun center in exchange for repairs. He soon finds himself waging war against possessed animatronic mascots while trapped inside Willy's Wonderland.
That's Five Nights at Freddy's, man.
What do you think I just said?
No,
I told you you
said it was like Five Nights. You said it was like Five Nights at Freddy, and I'm like, no, that is Five Nights at Freddy.
Basically, yes.
Oh, come on. Okay,
no, you got to admit it'd be fucking funny to watch with Nick Cage of all people doing it.
I'd give it a shot.
It's $4 on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, if he's like as he always does, like overexpresses himself.
From what I've seen of the trailer, yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, we'll have to watch that.
I'll show you the trailer.
You have to show me the trailer. Like Look, he has been in some good movies like Con Air,
Con Air was
Leaving Las Vegas, you know, The
Rock.
But a lot of the other movies he's been in is like
Face Off.
Okay, Face Off is good. The first National Treasure.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, from National Treasure 2, he started chewing the scenery real hard.
yeah, well, because he got into a lot of tax trouble.
Yeah.
Because he literally.
That's because, have you heard the reports of what's at his fucking house?
Yeah.
He's like the most eccentric person with money.
He's like Johnny Depp. He just spends his money at like random shit.
And so he's got the most weirdest shit at his house. It'd be awesome to, like, mate, you want to make money, just open your house as a museum.
He probably could. Well, he's got a bloody mausoleum at bloody New Orleans. And apparently, like, it's a big uproar because apparently you're not allowed to have like mausoleums and all that kind of stuff at like New Orleans.
Yeah.
But he's got this like massive like
Take me down, New Orleans.
Yeah. He just owns like he owns like the most haunted building in New Orleans. He owns like a couple of Caribbean islands. I think he has like a yacht for his yacht. That's a joke. That one's a joke. I mean,
yacht for his yacht. There is actually a.
I know. I've seen
you've seen the picture where it's
I've
like a little mini yacht comes out of this massive ass one.
Yeah, there's a yacht that has its own yacht.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that man got into like a lot of massive like tax. Like he owed a lot of money to the fucking IRS. So that's why he's taken on so many like bad roles. But then at the same time though, it's sort of like
he's a really good B grade movie actor.
If you put him in the right role,
he's fucking brilliant.
Yeah. Well, look at Leaving Las Vegas. He won an Oscar for that. And when you watch it, it's like, yeah, that man earned that fucking Oscar.
Yeah.
Like
he give him the right role. The man can fucking act.
You know, like there's just like certain times where like the right man or the right woman won the Oscar for their roles in that. Like for me, I have to because I can only think of like a few male actors at the time that we got to you know, with Joaquin Phoenix for Joker, that was like almost guaranteed.
Oh yeah.
For me, and there was another one where
I will say the bullshit that was surrounding the Joker movie pissed me right off.
Yeah, but
yeah, we won't get into
I mean, who cares? Like no one.
It's over. Everyone knows the movie's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, they probably didn't have to call it Joker, but I mean, I think whatever.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's basically an origin story.
Yeah, I guess. Then there was you know, Leonardo DiCaprio with The Revenant, which I think that was more like, you know, the
man earned his fucking Oscar
after like 8 tries. Here you go, his fucking. I think that was more like, you know, a complimentary fucking.
Yeah, it's like, motherfucker, I almost died from a fucking bear.
She's calling you.
Yep. Can we take a quick pause?
I'll just cut it out. Okay. After my clap, we'll be right back into it. 3, 2, 1. And we're back.
Sorry about that, people.
Yeah, Jesse got a phone call from the missus.
And if I don't want my balls to be if I wish to have my balls firmly attached, need to take the call.
Exactly. We're talking about Nick Cage, weren't we? The
RSA, he owned a lot of properties, everything like that.
Yeah, being like fucking. Owning like the weirdest fucking shit.
Yeah,
UFO shamanism as well, the whole fucking method acting that he's created. Yeah. Oh, dude. What a fucking...
we started this from... This is a side story from what?
No Way Home.
No Way Home, to William Dafoe, to
finding out who would have been a better actor for Carnage.
Carnage, yes. As I said, James McAvoy. Because I reckon he would have done it really, really well.
Yeah. I reckon he would. But... Jeez, like these are easy to drink.
Yeah,
I can't even taste the alcohol.
No, you really can't, can you?
And these are what are these? 1.2, 1.2s as well.
1.2, 4.5s.
Well, 1.2 standard drinks.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, we're gonna have a good night tonight. Honestly, like
I don't think I'll be up to playing.
I'll stream by myself.
Yeah.
I'll just play the bloody Aliens game.
Yeah.
I've got already things set up, so
nice.
But honestly, with Carnage though, because What is it in the comic books? Is he like a symbiote that comes from space, or is it actually what it is depicted from the trailer? Where
No, Carnage is Venom's offspring.
So yeah, because I remember
in the symbiote world, the offspring's always stronger than the original.
Of course it would be.
Venom's offspring is stronger than the Venom, and then Carnage, etc. They just get stronger and stronger and stronger.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't reckon I'm gonna like Venom 2.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna do it justice.
I just don't like the way, from what I've seen in the trailers, the way Venom is acting, because they're trying to make him more like the comedic relief. Even though
he's not. He's a psychotic murderer that just rips people apart.
It works in some instances.
Yeah.
Where being a comedic relief works, like having comedic effects in that.
Yeah.
But when you are the comedic relief, even though you're the main
main antagonist.
Well, the main subject of the movie, which is Venom.
Yeah, being comic relief. Carnage. You said Venom.
Well, Venom. Well, it's Venom 2. Let there be carnage. So technically, it's,
he's the main antagonist. He shouldn't be. Comic relief.
See, if there was sort of like like a generic comedy movie, like maybe with like Jim Carrey something where comedic relief is the whole aspect of the whole idea, that works. But when you're going for like Venom where it's R-rated,
like I said, is if there's going to be a Carnage movie, it has to be R-rated.
Well, I think
there's no freaking way in hell there would be.
Well,
it wouldn't be. I mean,
well, they took the gamble with Venom being R-rated, and look how successful that was.
It was fucking brilliant.
Yeah, so they realized, as long as it's R-rated, it was good. It's going to be good.
Yeah, but at the same time, we can thank Deadpool for showing that R-rated superhero movies work.
Yeah. We're still waiting on for...
Deadpool 2, though, I did not enjoy.
It had its moments.
Yeah, but Deadpool 1 was fucking brilliant. Deadpool 2...
I think because... I think it's kind of like, with like how The Hangover... How the first one's fucking amazing.
Well, and then Hangover 2 and 3 are both...
Well, Hangover 2 was basically a carbon copy of
the first one.
And then number 3 was just absolutely dog shit.
Yeah, but Deadpool 2 wasn't a carbon copy of the first one. They tried to do just too much.
Yeah.
And it wasn't set properly, in my opinion. It didn't flow. It was too jarring.
Unless that's the way they intended it to be.
If they intended it to be, then they stuffed up. Because honestly, Deadpool 2, I did not enjoy anywhere near as much as the first one. Like, same with Zombieland, for example. The first Zombieland was fucking good.
It was alright.
I fucking loved it. Zombieland 2 was a piece of shit.
I never even watched number 2.
I was meant to go see it originally in cinema. Mm-hmm. I saw it. That sort of got cancelled. Things happen. I eventually saw it later, and I just went, "Oh, thank Christ! I did not spend the money to see this in cinema."
Yeah, like I'm trying to think like the last time I was like truly disappointed to watch a movie in cinemas, because I haven't gone to cinemas that often, like in my later life. Oh, actually, I remember one. Pan. Yeah, Wait,
is that? Oh,
that was the prequel one with Hugh Jackman playing this Blackbeard, and it's a prequel to origin story to Peter Pan.
Yeah,
I remember going to watch that in cinemas. Because I was. What was the?
I know you were pretty disappointed with Godzilla vs Kong.
Yeah, I was disappointed with the ending.
But the actual movie you enjoyed.
Oh, it was alright. They clearly the trailer showed most of the movie.
Yeah. I will say though, in that movie they did set up lore really well. Yeah.
With Kong versus Godzilla, you literally could just watch the trailer and that could have just told you the movie.
Yeah.
That's I understand. Like,
how many movies have done that though? Spoiled them thing. I'm sure I watched a What Culture thing where it's like, 10 trailers that spoiled the movie.
Yeah, because the whole idea of the trailer is they're meant to show like the best parts of the movie, and that's meant to get you excited for the whole movie. But unfortunately, that was it. Like, the exciting parts was only when both Kong and Godzilla were on screen fighting each other. Those were the best moments.
And it only happened, 2 or 3 times?
One on the ship, 2 in night Hong Kong, and
Then,
third time day Hong Kong when it was then
yeah.
Mechagodzilla and
So 3 times.
3 times. Yeah, it was and I fucking knew it.
You got to admit though, they did actually with their lore drops and all that in the movie. They were fucking good.
Yeah, everything was good. I just I was still just disappointed with the ending of it. You know,
Yeah, one to rule above and one to rule Hollow Earth.
Yeah, they copped out. Even though they promoted the whole thing about one will win. So
yeah, one will win, and yet, well, no, one. It wasn't one will win; it's one will survive.
One will survive, and then
survive.
Both survived, but they killed Mechagodzilla. Even though they could have maybe not have Mechagodzilla die straight away, but maybe have Mechagodzilla emergency maneuvers, just go into space.
Yeah, and here's the thing though: they could have technically killed Godzilla and then just had radiation bring him back.
Yeah, I mean,
so technically he didn't. He wouldn't have. No, but at the same time, didn't they do that with Kong? Like technically, he did die. Technically,
yes.
Yeah, technically.
Yeah, but then he had the bloody defibbed on his fucking chest that instantly. Rah!
Yeah, I will say the mocap in that's fucking good though.
Because because I only ever get one fucking actor to ever do mocap every fucking time, and what is he? No, it's not Andrew Bourdain. Where is it?
Andy Serkis, you mean? Andy
Serkis. That's that man literally is anytime you see a fucking movie that's gonna have that is gonna ever fucking hit high acclaim, Andy Serkis every fucking time is always Lord of the Rings. Maybe not so much Peter Jackson's King Kong, but anytime you need
mocap,
he's literally the go-to man.
Yeah, he's a fucking. That's because he's got his own mocap studio now.
Yeah, well. It's also the fact that the man knows how to express.
Yeah,
he's really good at showing, and that's the idea.
And not even through facial, just body.
Yeah, so that's why people always go to him, and and that's why this man is probably worth fucking billions. If it was up to me, he'd be worth billions because this man just knows how to express, and that's the idea behind it. Because you look at other movies, look at Gollum. Gollum was Andy Serkis.
Yeah.
And then you look at fucking
he voiced him and also did all the mocap for him as well.
And then you look at fucking Joss Whedon's version of Justice League with fucking Steppenwolf.
Yeah. Well, did he do Steppenwolf as well?
No, he didn't. Oh. But look how shit Steppenwolf was.
Yeah. At the same time, it's Steppenwolf was meant to have done a lot better in the Snyder Cut, but we've said that we were going to watch it, but
still haven't got around to it. I mean,
I'm really bad with movies. I don't really watch many movies. Full stop.
It's weird
because my attention doesn't really last.
I know this is going to sound fucking weird, but it's just the time of it.
Yeah,
timing is for me because as much as I love movies, I sort of don't have the patience to watch a 2-hour movie.
Yeah, me neither.
But I have the patience to watch a fucking 24 episode series of fucking anime in fucking one sitting if I want to. I have the patience to do that. A movie, I can't.
3 an hour. Take down 6 from 10. There's 8 hours.
Yeah, so I can easily, in 8 hours, I could watch a whole anime series, no questions asked, but a 2-hour movie, and I'll have to fucking really... And it's just because a lot of fucking movies are just fucking just pumping out shit after shit after shit.
And also you got especially when you're watching episodes, it's a lot of when it comes to episodic things, it's a lot of them's like a lot of shit going on real quick, whereas movies always have their dull moment. Their ceases in all the action.
But it's also easier to tell a story over 8 hours than it is in 2 hours. Where you have to try and build up a character where in anime, you can do that in the first 3 episodes, which is around 2 hours, but then this is still development still going on. I mean, just in the last maybe 5 or so years, maybe 6, one of the best movies I've seen was The Witch.
Yeah, I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
It's a thriller / horror, and it's set during the 1700s with the first Protestants that went to America.
Yeah, the Salem witch trials and all that.
It was before or during the Salem witch trials, and That movie fucking gives me chills every time I think about it because it's such a great fucking... Because it doesn't rely on jump scares. It just relies on atmosphere, which is one of the best things you ever want in a horror movie.
Like The Village.
Oh, the fucking... it was horrible.
No, but it was mainly the atmosphere.
The atmosphere was good. The M. Night Shyamalan just boop. You actually, you're not living in fucking 1830. You're living in 2003.
Yeah.
You're locked behind a fucking wall. It's like, come on.
Yeah, the classic Shyamalan twist.
Can we just agree that M. Night Shyamalan is actually just a shit director?
No, here's the thing. He's too reliant on his twists, but the actual stories he tells though are really good.
Okay, we have aliens coming down to Earth and invading and all that kind of stuff. Oh, so how do the humans defeat them? Water. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's why they come to a planet that's 70% water.
Yep. What other movies did he do?
The Happening.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's something that's killing us. Oh, what is it? It's the plants.
Yeah. Yeah, The Happening. Honestly, Unbreakable, Glass. Glass, he fucked up with.
Yeah.
Glass was a shit ending, but Unbreakable and Split were fucking brilliant.
I remember. I don't know.
Unbreakable was really Unbreakable was. Didn't he do The Sixth Sense as well?
Yes, that's what
that one was fucking awesome.
Well, that's what shot him to fame.
Yeah,
because that was the whole Bruce Willis, I see dead people, and then it's in the end, it found out Bruce Willis has been dead this whole time.
Yeah, and that's when you watch the movie a second time, and you actually see.
Yeah. Well, that's the fact. Even if you watch it 3 times over, it's still the way that the whole thing was directed. It's sort of it still didn't give off the sense that there was a twist coming.
Mm. But there's the thing is everyone knows that it's it's a Shyamalan film now. It's there's going to be a massive twist at the end.
So he's really pumped and dumped on one movie, and that's
he's got one style and he's not being very flexible with it.
Yeah. So, with Shyamalan, you can always just go, okay, well, within, the last 10 minutes of the fucking film, there's a twist coming. So
yeah, there's either 1 or 2 twists coming at the end that's going to make you go, shit.
And you don't want to be fucking
Yeah, the twist is only good when you don't see it coming. But now everyone knows his style, and it's now we
because he's got a new movie that's The Beach or whatever.
No,
Cliff.
Old.
Oh, that's what it is. So clearly there's going to be a twist in that.
Yeah, I've seen the trailer for it. It actually looks pretty fucked up.
It actually looks pretty interesting.
No, interesting but fucked up.
I don't say
no, fucked up from a psychological perspective.
Oh, yeah. Well, the whole aspect of watching child from
watching a 8-year-old turn into a 20-something-year-old and then start giving birth.
Yeah, so it's a whole psychological
within a day.
Yeah, and it sort of goes on to the traumas of how does someone cope with the understanding of that.
Yeah, it's ooh, death is literally 2 hours away.
Well, because in a way, what is time really?
Yeah.
How insignificant time actually is.
Yeah, I will say though, like I said, it looks like it's fucked up from a psychological perspective, but doesn't mean it's going to be. No.
That doesn't mean it's going to be good. I still give.
It doesn't mean it's going to be a bad movie.
Yeah, I still give it a watch. Just
Oh yeah, but
I just but with again, like we were saying, with M. Night Shyamalan, I'm we know there's going to be a twist at the end.
Yeah, I'll definitely give it a watch, but that's because I like things that fuck with your head. It's fun.
There's not really many movies that do that now these days.
Akira. I always go back
to
Akira.
Well, Akira is that's why
I always go back to Akira.
That's why I had to preface these days.
Yeah, these days.
See, that's why I had to preface that.
Yeah. Or else I would say, well, honestly, there's 3 anime I can name straight off the top of my head that fuck you up.
Yeah.
Akira, obviously.
Yep.
Death Note. That fucks with your head.
Yep.
And Neo Genesis.
Neo Genesis. I'll add one to that list. Future Diaries. That one, that one actually has I love the fucking ending of that one. Actually, that's actually, it would be easily within my top 10.
Yeah.
Of perfect endings.
Didn't you say that, that's one that you didn't really see coming?
That one I actually did not ever see coming ever.
Yeah.
That one. That was actually one of the few animes or TV series or anything I've ever watched where I never predicted the ending because I was like, oh, okay. And then just...
Okay, how about this? One of the TV shows that have the worst ending. I've already got one straight away.
Okay, well, I don't want to spoil yours just yet, so I'll try and think of one. It's not Lost, is it? I fucking knew it. I was like,
The
what?
worst ending
God.
known to man.
See, I was going through, like, the cogs are turning in my head. I'm thinking, okay, what are the shit ones that I've seen? I'm going, I'm like, if there's one that I know Brendan has watched, it's a show he's watched, it's like, it's going to be Lost, if anything. So I was like, for me, honestly, I think it was not the worst, but I felt like it was pretty bad, was How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, yeah, that one was pretty bad.
I didn't like I didn't like how it ended, but I like it in a way. I felt it was bad, but I knew, like, I just like looked and went, it has to be Lost, because I know for a fact that you would have been young enough and old enough to watch that when it came out.
Oh yeah.
So I just like,
and yeah, the ending of that just was a piece of shit.
Wasn't like what was the ending? I never even watched it. Spoilers.
There was so much in the final season. It was a ridiculous joke.
Wasn't it like a cloud monster or something?
No, that's like back in season 2, 3.
I've never watched.
It goes up to season 6.
I never watched it, so you have to.
But yeah, pretty much they're all dead. They're in purgatory, but there's also time travel shit and interdimensional shit as well.
Okay,
it's a fucking mess.
If they kept it, okay, it would have been redeemed if it was just purgatory.
Yeah, I'll agree with you 100% on that one.
As soon as you introduce, like, time travel, interdimensional travel, like anything else other than purgatory.
And any other extra, it should have just stuck. Purgatory. That's it.
Then that probably
would have been a good ending.
Yeah. Oh, then that would explain so much.
Yeah. We'll explain why they're going through why so much bad shit keeps on happening to them. It's like, you're in purgatory. You're between heaven and hell. On a spiritual level. Between heaven and hell is earth, but spiritual realm. You're fucked.
Yeah. See,
you're spending the next millennia here until they decide to let you in one way or the other.
Okay. Here's a question for you. How do I put this question?
Oh, yeah, here we go. Tick tock, tick tock.
What is an anime series? Okay, anime series. That really was like, what was the most what the fuck ending to an anime series you've ever seen? Because I've got mine, but I want to...
Anime series and movie, or just series?
Series. I'm going to go series, because a series is always an investment. That's why.
Fuck, that's a hard one, because I'm thinking, like, there's so many endings right now, but it's because they don't have a second season.
Then that still counts, unfortunately. So, any anime series that you've watched...
That ended really, really badly?
That ended No, it's what the fuck.
Oh, what the fuck, man.
That's what I mean. So, what the fuck. Because I've got one.
Yeah, I've got one, but at the same time, I haven't seen the newest movie.
We're only going through series. We're not going to.
Yeah, I know, but here's the thing: it's like you got the series, and then you got the movies that end it.
Okay, you can add the movie to it if you like.
Evangelion.
Okay, you should have seen that one coming. I was hoping that
you got to admit that is 5 kinds of fucked.
Okay, I understand. Okay, for me was, which is also funny enough, is this actually I consider this one of the worst animes I've ever seen as well. Well, not the, it's a love-hate relationship with it.
Guilty Crown.
No, that one is just boring. School Days. Yeah, I love to hate that one, and I hate to love it because I've never watched an anime where I hated the main fucking protagonist ever in my entire life, but at the same time, I was so drawn to the fucking outcome of the fucking series that it was like, even for me, I was like, what the fuck?
I just need to know how this fucking ends.
Yeah, and, just that fucking ending to the holy fucking shit, man. Like, for fucking spoilers, like, this is an actual fucking spoiler, you haven't watched it. So,
wait, how long ago was it released?
Oh, like fucking like 15 years ago or something at this point. So again,
15-year spoiler.
So again, for time travelers, okay? Spoiler for you guys. So the main character is a fucking asshole who literally just becomes like a male pimp at his school. And one of the female characters that he forms a relationship with turns around and says that she's pregnant with his child. Then he decides to get back. I don't even know how to fucking explain it without...
I see a button loose.
Oh, fuck, yeah. Just like... It's so... Okay, basically, the chick kills the main character.
Do button points.
That's what I'm doing now.
Okay.
So, the chick kills the main character, and then the current girlfriend of the main character... Yeah, the current girlfriend of the main character confronts the female character, claiming, "Oh, you're not pregnant." So proceeds to kill her, then cut open her belly, and then to say, "Oh, actually, you're not pregnant," and then proceeds to go onto a boat with the fucking head of her lover and / boyfriend, cradling it.
Cartoons of kids.
What the that was like.
And the biggest argument, anime is for kids.
And that's how it ends.
Fucking try us.
Yeah, that is literally the ending. Is literally her laying on a sailboat, just like cradling the head of her fucking deceased boyfriend.
Anyone that says anime is for children, I would love them. Give me one day where I'll sit your child down to watch anime.
Or you have to pick one anime.
No. One day I'll sit your child down to watch anime, and then I'll give him back to you. And you pay for therapy after I showed him anime that's meant for children.
Yeah.
I am an evil son of a bitch. I would emotionally scar a child for life just to prove a parent wrong.
Okay, another question for you then. What's the one anime you always go back to? No matter what.
I've got a few.
List them.
Near Genesis.
Yep.
Ergo Proxy.
Yep.
Samurai Champloo, that's a given.
Yep.
Same with Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yep.
With me as well, I know mainstream Dragon Ball. I'm a Dragon Ball man over Naruto. I prefer Dragon Ball. Besides from that, also, here's one that's really out of left field for me.
Yeah.
Oran Host Club.
Really?
Yes, I fucking love it.
That one is way out of left field.
I know, but I love it.
Okay. So what fucking got you into that one?
I just randomly saw it one day and I was like, hey, this ain't too bad.
All right.
Next thing you know, I'm fucking binge watching it.
Yeah.
Problem is good thing is there's actually a second season coming up.
Okay.
It just took him like 8 years.
Yeah. My go-to, no matter what.
And also Bucky.
I've got,
well, the Netflix Bucky.
Netflix Bucky, yeah. For me, it's only ever one, and that's Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, because that is literally a perfect anime.
Yeah. Like, funny enough, is Gintama's actually beaten Brotherhood in stars.
Oh, really?
Yep. And I saw the meme of it. It's like, okay, everyone, we need to get that 0.1 star back. Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah.
FMA fans.
Yeah. I mean, because Gintama's still going.
No.
Or is it...
Gintana's final movie.
Oh, it's done?
It's done.
Okay, yeah. Because I was about to say, because if Gintama was still going, I'd be like, oh,
nah, it's done.
Okay.
And its final movie outdid Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
This series.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I've watched Full Metal Alchemist. I've watched Conqueror Shambhala, which is the movie that,
I haven't watched any of the movies.
The movie...
I'm not big on movies, because here's the thing, it's like one time frame sometimes, especially with some movies, is time frames are really hard to get.
It's an interesting concept for the Conqueror Shambhala, which is the movie that goes after Full Metal Alchemist. Then I've watched Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Then there's the Star of Milo, whatever the fuck it is.
Star of Milos.
Yeah. And that's it.
I haven't watched them, don't mean I don't know the names of them.
Yeah. I haven't even watched the Star of Milos because I've watched the trailer to it and I went, oh, that looks dog shit.
Yeah.
Even like for me, where I've just turned around and said like, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, literally the perfect anime. Oh, the movie that sort of like comes after it. Oh, it's pretty dog shit.
Yeah, like here's the thing, like if they didn't fuck up season 3, and actually let's be honest, they fucked up season 4 of Deadly Sins as well. Season 3 they fucked up with the animation.
Yeah.
Season 4 they fucked up royally because they tried to, like, it should have been at least 24 episodes and they tried to cram it all in 12.
Yeah.
They tried to cram in about 8 or 9. They tried to basically do a volume in an episode.
Yeah, that something tells me that's not the director's fault. That something tells me that's the upper management.
Yeah, and they fucked it. They pushed too hard. Like, here's the thing: Vaughn and Meliodas were meant to have spent 10,000 years in purgatory. All the main characters have got massive power buff, and it's just like, no, we're stronger now, instead of actually going into it and actually explaining. Like, there was each character had a massive story arc to how they became stronger. It's like, no, they're just stronger now after this. It's like, you fucking assholes.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, okay, they're going to kill a supreme deity because they're just suddenly, we're stronger now. Instead of actually, they went through all this bullshit to get that strong.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, we'll rush it.
Yeah.
You fucking idiots.
Yep, sounds about right, to be actually honest.
Like I'm waiting for Son of the Ogre. That's the next series of next part of Bucky.
Actually, you want to know something interesting about me actually right now?
What?
Okay, Terraformers.
Yeah, I know you're a massive fan of it.
Yeah, I don't like the anime.
Yeah, you prefer the manga. You've already told me this.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, I prefer the manga of Terraformers compared to the anime, because I've looked at the anime, the art style and the colors, the art style, the direction it's basically match for match for fucking the manga.
Yeah.
Just for some reason, don't like it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's like with me and, like, don't get me wrong, The Lord of the Rings is a fucking brilliant film series, right?
The books are better.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think that's always a given in some circumstances.
That's the only reason I say the books are better, because even with Peter Jackson, even with the extended cut,
what, the 9 hours or
even the extended cut of the movies, and Peter Jackson directing it, there's still so much that was cut out.
Yeah, you know that which is actually a fun fact as well. You know the J.R.R.
Tolkien.
The estate hates the movies.
That's surprising.
Yeah, they actually don't like the movies because they feel like they don't actually reflect what was written in the books.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, for some weird, like, I don't know why.
And yet they let him do The Hobbit.
Oh, well, I mean, it's but the studios have the rights to the movies.
Ah, right, yeah.
So, even though, like, when you read the books and all that kind of stuff, you can clearly tell that it was hugely influenced by, the Great War during World War I.
Yeah.
Now, it was, like, hugely influenced. It's like, you can see the fucking, the way it was, like, written, depicted. It's like, man, we know that you went through some shit, but do you have to put it in a book? Yes!
Yes, I do. And J.R.R. Tolkien's, like, this is the man that, like, helped write the Oxford Dictionary.
Well, he fucking created its own fucking language for the Elvish.
Yeah, and this is also the same man that helped create the Oxford Dictionary.
Yeah.
Like, he was fucking brilliant.
Yeah. I love the fact that, like, when you look at, like, literature in general, like, you look at some of the greatest fucking, fantasy / sci-fi books, and you look at, like, Dune is actually fucking old as fuck.
Yeah, I know. Like, I'm actually looking forward to the new Dune movie. It looks really good.
Yeah, that's not going to come out till, like, 2032. Because because they're actually looking because they don't want it on Disney Plus. They're actually trying to get a theatrical release.
Oh, right.
Because I reckon they're trying to get an Oscar for it.
Yeah.
So they want a theatrical release.
Because didn't the original Doom movie get an Oscar?
For maybe like maybe art direction or something, but it wasn't in. It was.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And David Bowie was in it, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
Thought so. I miss Bowie.
Yeah. Labyrinth.
Brilliant fucking movie. Absolutely fucking
that
brilliant.
scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. That's not a kid's... Is it a kid's film?
It is a kid's film.
That's not a kid's film.
It's like the never-ending story.
No, Labyrinth is fucked up. That is not a kid's...
So is never-ending story, especially the later two.
Yeah, but not as fucked up as fucking Labyrinth. That movie is not for kids.
Mate, The Goonies.
The Goonies doesn't...
That's a bit fucked up as well.
It's a bit... Not as fucked up as Labyrinth.
Stand By Me.
All right, okay, Stand By Me, you got me there. All right. But you have fucking David Bowie coming along and stealing your fucking... Kidnapping your fucking younger brother, and you have to go through a fucking maze to go...
I don't think it was her younger brother. I think she was babysitting.
Oh, yeah, okay. It was some young child that he, under your care, has kidnapped him, and you have to go through this fucking labyrinth of monsters and fucking puzzles and trivial...
And he wants her to be his queen.
Dude, that movie was fucked up.
The cod piece.
Sorry?
The most memorable thing about the labyrinth is the giant fuck-off cod piece that Bowie insisted he wore.
It's fucking David Bowie. If he says what he wants, he gets it.
It was a cod piece about this big and came about that wide.
Clearly, because he knew it wasn't a fucking kid's film. You know,
it made the Goblin King look like he was hung like a fucking great stallion.
It's probably David Bowie. He probably was fucking hung like a fucking stallion for
Good point.
Like, we don't know. He's fucking dead.
Yeah.
You know, all we have is anecdotal evidences from people who slept with him.
And there was a lot of people.
Of course, he was one of the dude. Rock stars from the 60s to the fucking 80s were drowning in fucking pussy.
Let's face it, Willie Nelson's going to outlive us all.
Dude, because that man fucking... Well, he doesn't smoke the shit anymore.
He doesn't?
No, he's given that up.
Oh, right.
For health reasons, apparently. Because I reckon it's his lungs. But the thing is, though, he stopped smoking it. He didn't say anything about not eating the shit.
Yeah, he's hash brownies.
Yeah. That man, like...
I got an awesome brownie.
Because apparently a lot of, like, musicians did, like pilgrimages to Willie Nelson's to go smoke with him. Because there was, like, a rite of passage.
Yeah, now it's a rite of passage to go smoke with Snoop Dogg.
Dude, that man, Willie Nelson could fucking smoke Snoop Dogg under the fucking table.
Not these days.
Like even like 5...
No, but at the same time, it's like all these rappers and all that, all they're doing is, like powders and smoking. Like speed, coke, and...
No, except for, like, you know, Snoop Dogg's pure fucking weed.
Pure weed.
Wiz Khalifa is pure fucking... Like, a lot of the rappers are funny enough, are actually... Just grass.
Smokers, yeah.
On the grass.
And it's like, back in Willie Nelson time, man, we were dropping acid, we were dropping pills.
Did you ever listen to the... when Wiz Khalifa was on JRE? Well, apparently because Khalifa has his own, like, you know, cannabis range.
Yep.
His own blend, basically, which is called, like, Khalifa blend or whatever it is, right? And apparently he smokes an ounce of that a day.
That's a lot of weed.
Well, apparently he needs...
No, I would tell you right now, that's a lot of weed.
28 grams, yeah. Which is...
Try smoking that much, dude, trust me.
Which is about, like, if you get a bag, it's about, like, that wide and about that...
Dude, look at me. Look at me. That is a lot of weed.
Well, yeah. Well, he smokes an ounce of that a day. Because he has to. No, because, like, as he explains, like, if he doesn't smoke it, he starts getting, like...
You know what tobacco I've got in my container right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, an ounce of weed would be about that much.
Yeah, I'm just doing it as, like, you know, for people who don't understand what, like...
Okay, yeah, it's...
Oh, ounce is about, like, that big? No, going, like,
yeah,
from wide.
but about that fucking fat.
That's what... Yeah, so, like...
Yeah, and, dude, about...
That, like...
Dude, and that fat.
Yeah, and I'm doing, like, in lengthways.
Yeah,
first.
length in a bag, yes.
And then
that thick.
And about that thick. There we go, see?
That's a lot of fucking weed.
Yeah, because there are people who are deaf that probably watch us and watch us with subtitles, and they need to understand.
With our current reviews, I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, but at the same time, though, if you're deaf and trying to listen to a podcast, you know, now we just got cancelled.
Can you imagine us trying to do subtitles on this?
There's auto-generated subtitles that I've watched on it. What?
I feel so sorry.
I've actually, because I've watched it back once with auto-generate, and it's funny enough, it doesn't pick up on like maybe a third of, like, a quarter of the words, and a lot of the swear words get fucking blurred out. It's like ... I'm like, oh come on, I know what I'm fucking saying because I can hear myself saying it.
Yeah, a lot of censorship on us.
Yeah,
like that. Like we're always gonna lose on the algorithm because we swear a lot.
yeah, but well, it's not so much. No,
We're fucking Aussie, mate.
it's not the algorithm. It's the bots that listen to what is said. Because if you go, because apparently, because it listens to what is said throughout the your.
Oh, that tastes like shit.
Jesus fucking dude, like
that tastes fucking foul.
Okay, we're getting stories. Any stories that you can? Because I've got one.
Go for it.
Okay, gives
me time to think.
Exactly. It was so we go back about 5 years, maybe 6 years at this point, and this was when I was living in Sydney and I was seeing my girl, like dating this girl at the time, and we would go out to clubs and all that, drink and get on the piss, get really drunk and go for such and such, right? And there was one night, well, more or less like one morning where we woke up, or I woke up actually, and I've noticed it's like, it feels fucking cold under these blankets, and I'm like, what the fuck? And it's like, oh, it feels fucking wet under here. I've gone,
I know this story.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, what the fuck? She's pissed the fucking bed. She's pissed the bed. I know for a fact I didn't piss it. Because there's been other fucking nights before we were dating where I would get super smashed. I would go home, sleep in my bed, don't fucking piss myself. So I had a girlfriend who used to fucking piss the bed, not just that one time, but every fucking time we were fucking out drinking, she would piss the fucking bed.
See, I've got a very small bladder and I never piss the bed.
Yeah, but it only ever happened when she was drunk.
Yeah, even then, nah.
Yeah, but no, she would just like, yeah, every fucking time she would just piss the fucking bed, man.
Okay, I've got one story it's a little bit wholesome.
Oh,
it's not a bad one, but it's also quite amusing.
Yeah.
So when it's a Bendigo story. So keep in mind, like the night before, it was probably a Sunday. Night before, I was fucking gone, absolutely gone. So as normal, as you wake up and you get a hair of the dog, which just so happens to put you right back on your ass. It's basically a pint glass with about 2 shot glasses worth of juice in. The rest is vodka.
Ah, yes, the true man way of drinking.
Yes, we called it a screwdriver because it fucking screws ya.
Yeah, I could have gathered that.
But yeah, it's like we'd just gone out Saturday night, gotten hammered. I woke up at about 11, 12 o'clock. Keep in mind, didn't get to sleep until about 6.
Yeah.
Screwdriver, big breakfast. Like Sundays with us, massive breakfast and all that. And there was a massive. Talking fucking massive storm. Like this middle summer, December, January.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane storm. Absolutely pelting down, everything like that. And it started going, easing up. And it was nice. And crack. Massive lightning bolt across the sky. Going actually across the sky.
Okay.
And not just white, purple.
Okay.
You've seen blue and purple lightning, yeah?
Yes.
As soon as I saw that, I ran inside and was like, where the fuck are the paper trips? And what the fuck? Like, trust me. Where are they? And like, okay, smokabilly. And it's like, okay, now everyone. Yep. One each. Pop them. Okay, everyone come with me. We walked outside. Grass is still fucking wet and shit like that. And like, everyone lie the fuck down and wait. We lay down in the backyard, looking up at the sky, just waiting. Next thing you know, for the next 2 hours, we were tripping off our fucking nut.
On a bit of Lucy?
On a bit of paper trips. tripping balls because all across all that afternoon for 2 hours was lightning bolts going across the sky, blue, white, and purple lightning bolts, just arcing all across the sky. And I shit you not, it wasn't the drugs; it was actually happening.
Yeah. Well, maybe it was. Who knows?
No, it was actually happening because we had sober friends.
Okay.
We had sober friends and they were like, yeah, it was fucking nuts. It's like, yeah, we know, we were tripping fucking balls. Thankfully the paper trips lasted for about 3 hours. So for 2 hours, we were drenched by the end of it because the storm was massive. So we were absolutely drenched from lying on the grass. But it was one of the best experiences. So a lot of people have really bad experiences on drugs and everything like that. Like, I don't touch them at all anymore. But honestly, back then, it's like, out of all the times I've done drugs, that was probably the most insane and best experience I will never forget because it was just so intense, and you can't go past summer storms, like especially if they pull shit out like that. It's like it's fucking amazing.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we might call it the end because we want to get food. Plus, I want to, get live streaming.
He's learning.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be live streaming tonight on Sunday. I'm also going to be live streaming on Monday night as well.
You are.
Yeah. So basically,
what are you going to be doing tomorrow night?
I don't fucking know. I'll find out. Probably it's either going to be that Aliens Delta Squad or whatever the fucking name is. Or
if it's tomorrow night, I might join you for Gungeon.
Yeah, two of us. Then you'll either see. Well, you'll be seeing on Sunday night me playing fucking Aliens, and on the Monday after when this gets uploaded, you'll see both of us out here to playing fucking Enter the Gungeon.
Yeah.
So fucking
and watch him rage because I'm used to it. He's not so much.
Yeah. So fucking take us out then, alright.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in to The Standard Drink with your hosts, Bo and Brendan.
Yep, and as always, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment under the video.
And follow the social media for more bullshit from us.
Instagram, Twitter, follow us on the Twitch channel as well. I'm thinking about, over the next couple of weeks, getting,
You're going to start streaming a bit more?
Start streaming a little bit more. Also starting to get this onto audio platforms as well, so we can.
Get on podcasts. Yeah, that here's the thing. Our platform's probably best on audio podcasts.
Yeah. So I'll start looking into getting it onto audio platforms and all that kind of stuff. But as always, guys, thanks for tuning in. But as the saying goes,
stay tipsy.
Stay tipsy, guys.